You have met so many interesting people in life, but have you met one person who's really very interesting from your own perspective and nothing other than you? Have you tried to meet the real you? If not, I'm going to tell you how to do that today. Today, I'm going to introduce you to the real you. You'll be knowing why I'm saying this in just a short while. Before that, let me tell you what I love to do at my leisure. Nothing. Doing nothing is also a great art. Just being in a coffee shop and with a stack of my favorite books and a mug full of hot coffee. And those of you who share similar pastime habits like me, please type in me too. Welcome, viewers, to this brand new edition of Book Reviews with Vikram on the channel Sip and Talk with Vikram. I hope you have been liking my book reviews so far, and if you did, do post in your comments. And those who are watching me for the first time, do subscribe, do hit the bell icon to stay notified, and keep posting the comments as you are talking to me. So, today I'm going to introduce you to a book which I have read recently, and this is called Meet the Real You by Chetan Bansal. This is about 420 pages and it is priced at 459. It is a very reasonably priced book. When I see the contents of this book, it is awesome. And I'll tell you precisely why this book is awesome. So let me also tell you about the author, Chetan Bansal. Chetan is a businessman by profession, but he is a philosopher by birth. So he has depth of understanding and experiences in life with which he has created the contents of this book. Also, there is something in for you right here, right now. Take note of this stamp, which is going to get you a discount on Notion Press. If you buy a hard copy of this book on Notion Press, use this stamp of discount. And with this discount code, you can get 20% off only for Sip and Talk with Vikram. Let's carry on with the book. See, this book is broadly divided into three parts. Number one, it is the universe and you. Number two, it is unconscious to superconscious mind. And number three, it is about raising energy and consciousness through physiology. So, coming to the first part, universe and you. So, it is about the chapter one is introduction. Now, the introduction chapter sets the context with several questions that often come to our mind, such as who am I? Why can others control my mind? Why there is so much happiness around and I cannot receive it? Why people are different? Why some people are indifferent? And why we are so indecisive at times? There are questions about self and universe. So these questions set the mood and the context for you to go on ahead and read this book. Then we come to the next chapter, which is about the universal space. Now, the universal space consists of Mother Nature, of course, and then there are cosmic energies and the law of universe. The universe and the universal space and time, the relativity of the time, the flow of cosmic energy across the universe, and exchange of energy between us and the universe. These concepts have been brilliantly dealt with in this chapter. It also tells you about your real identity, the non physical identity. What we usually know about ourselves is our physical identity. I am this guy. And it tells you about the real identity, your inner identity, and also deals with the purposefulness of life. So, purposefulness of life is absolutely something which is the driving force behind the purpose why we live in this world. Okay, so with this, we come to the next chapter, that is the personal space. Previously, we were on universal space, now we are on personal space. So, in the personal space, there is a subtle body and physical body, and there are life issues. These are most detailed description of these energies, how they work through your energy chakras. I have never read a more appropriate description of energy chakras in any other book, where this book has got a complete detail of those. It has also got some beautiful images and like a picture speaks a million words. It has got graphical representations of various concepts. And also there's a fact sheet on energy chakras, how each of these seven energy chakras, how do they affect. So I like all these tabulations and the imagery that is given in this book. Moving further, it talks about the conscious and the subconscious mind. Like 10% is your conscious mind, 90% is your subconscious mind. How do you deal with the subconscious mind? How do you make it work in your favor? And then it talks about thoughts, how our thoughts get inculcated into us, and how do we benefit from modifying the way we think. It talks about our emotions. How do we control our emotions? How do we use it? How do we use it for our purpose? And then it talks about beliefs and perceptions. We have all got certain beliefs and perceptions in life, and believe me, they are not wrong. Sometimes your beliefs and perceptions overtake your intelligence. So it talks about those aspects as well. And it talks about the overall impact of your thoughts, emotions, and belief put together. It also says, it also deals with how sometimes the mind and life become negative. Now, of course, if there is so much of wheels of energy moving within you, and if there is an imbalance, there will be something wrong, and there will be some impact on that. So, with this, we come to the next chapter, which is the physical life. So, the physical life means, of course, the life itself, the needs and wants, the relations, and how sometimes relations become problematic and toxic. So it has got the entire summary of our physical life. And since we are so deeply rooted with concepts of our physical life, we will understand this chapter and relate to it very much. We're moving on to the next chapter. And before that, allow me a sip of coffee, please. Today, my dark Americano is perfectly blended. I'm loving it. So, next chapter is a recipe to meet the real you. You see, it is easy for any book to say that these things are good, these things are not good, but then to give it as a recipe, it takes some amount of research. And this book has got a perfect amount of research in it, and it has come out with each topic very well. So, the recipe given here is, note down if you can. Number one, raise your vibes to raise your life. The inner vibes that is there, you have to raise them to a certain level to raise the standard and quality of your life. And then the book talks about positive changes in food, water, attitude, and breathing. You see why they are important. The food is nothing but which makes our physical body, and the water is the carrier of all energy. The blood streams, the blood flow, the hormones, the other chemical juices in our body that always are in circulation. This is all because of the water element. The attitude that we possess towards life, towards ourselves, towards work, and of course, breathing. Breathing is something which we do involuntarily, but if we focus on our breathing and if we improve the way we breathe, the life can change. It also talks about increase in life energy and how you improve your consciousness. So this gradually with each chapter, the intensity of the book is becoming deeper, and as you go into it, you are getting totally immersed into various interesting concepts about life. Then it talks about how to develop physical and emotional strength. Then it again goes further in telling us how to have a happy and joyous life, and how to get success and development in all spheres of life. So, with this, The book comes to the close of its first part, and the second part is about unconscious to superconscious mind. So first, the universe, the inner self, and the physical self. We have understood all of that, and now it is between the sublime things, that is the conscious and the superconscious mind. So this chapter is dedicated to spiritual path, the spiritual aspect of us. So the spiritual path, the attitude and wow focus is what this chapter is called. So first of all is acceptance. There are so many things we are pained because we do not accept them. So the first part is acceptance. Then comes the vertical alignment with self and the universal power. You see, it is easier said, but then to understand this, you have to really read through this in detail and depth, that we are not isolated entities in this universe. We are components. And whatever energy we produce around ourselves, it is affecting the lives of others as much as the energies of others are affecting our lives. And overall, there is each individual is a part of this cosmic wheel. So it deals with all these chapters and concepts very well. And then we talk about faith and belief, we talk about gratitude and communication, gratitude towards life, gratitude towards the blessings that you've got from life. And communication is such a soft skill that if you communicate rightly and effectively, everybody is your friend. And if you don't, nobody is. Then it talks about happiness and anger, the causes that make you happy, the causes that make you anger, the techniques that can keep you happy, the techniques that can keep your anger away. So, lovely concepts again. And it talks about kindness. Going further, kindness is something, it's a virtue, it's a human virtue everybody must possess. Without that, it is not possible for us to grow in our life, because we as humans also we need kindness from people around us. It also talks about Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is an essential part of Bhagavad Gita, wherein Bhagavad Gita tells us about various yogas, the Jnana Yoga, the Hatha Yoga, the Sankhya Yoga, the Bhakti Yoga, the Karma Yoga. And it says Bhakti Yoga is totally different from all other yogas, because here you have just submitted and surrendered yourself to the Supreme, and you just want to follow the path that is told to you by the Supreme. Further in this chapter, we talk about forgiveness. Yes, we need to forgive whom? First to ourselves and then to others. Why? Because we also seek forgiveness for mistakes that we do. And then it also tells us about the magic and the power of celebration. Practice joy. If you celebrate your small wins, when you practice joy, you get more and more of such joys in life, because you know how to celebrate your joy. Sometimes something good happens to you and it passes off unnoticed. You just don't take notice. Oh my God, I've done this. Oh my God, I've cracked that. I've cracked this. But you are just too busy to even celebrate that. So once you know how to celebrate your joys, you'll get more occasions to celebrate. Yes or no? Tell me. Just type in if you feel that yes, by celebrating small joys and success, you get more occasions to celebrate like that. If yes, type in yes, I want joy. Let me take a sip while you are typing it. The next chapter is called Law of Destiny or Luck. What is Law of Destiny? What is luck? So here they talk about enhancing the perception and the natural intelligence within. Okay, we have got a raising energy and consciousness. Also comes with a nice technology called the PPLV. What is PPLV? Physical postures, language, and voice. Of course, they are all important for you. How you sit, how you work, what is your physical posture during your relaxation, during your exercise, during your work. Of course, the language, what kind of language you speak, what kind of words you utter, and of course, your voice. If you have a plain blank voice, or if you have an average voice like me, or if you have a well modulated voice like a television anchor, you can develop it. They are skills to learn. Then it says, give treat to your senses. Feed your own senses with good things about self, your own internal and physical cleanliness, the kind of things you eat, the kind of perfumes you wear, the kind of clothes you wear. You feed your senses with all these good elements. And then further on, it talks about cleaning internal and external space. Now, this is somewhat a spiritual dialogue between you and the author. So, it talks about all those aspects which can cleanse our internal and external space. With this, we come to the last chapter of this book, which is called A New Beginning. Now, in this chapter, it summarizes all the concepts and gives us a step by step method of how do you follow the good living skills. And hereby, the book concludes its total dialogue. Now, how did you like this so far? And let me tell you my take on this book. So, here is my take. This book is a real self transformation book. Now, it is not just nibbling the tip of the grass. It is delving with the topics in detail, and everything mentioned here is described in absolute detail. After reading a topic, I don't have too many questions like, "Oh, I couldn't get it. Where can I find more about this?" It's all stated in a very systematic manner for you to read and understand. So read it with some purpose and intent, and then try to inculcate these suggestions. And I'm going to tell you that my take is this is an awesome book to read. I absolutely recommend you for going for this whenever you can, as soon as you can. Thank you very much for patiently listening to my book review. I hope you loved it. And in case you did, do type in your comments and let me know how much you loved it and what did you love about it. Thank you very much. Namaste.